Boys and girls, ladies and girls and guys, welcome to another edition here, another installment of
Ladies and
the
girls and guys.
really Gazi, I'm telling you right now, man, there's no way in hell. There's just no way in hell that you're going to be playing PGA 2K during the podcast.
I gotta practice, Bob. I gotta practice.
There's gotta be,
There's
Mikey.
better. You got to make time for practice, and now is not the time.
Well, Mikey was late, so I had some time to practice.
I know. I said I was going to be a couple minutes late.
There he is. There he is.
I was set up, ready to go. I had to do something.
I know. You're always right there on time. You're always ready to go all the time. I know. Ready to rock, baby. Ready to rock.
Is that a Seahawks jersey you're wearing?
Yo, if that's a Brian Bosworth jersey, that's the biggest hard-o move. Yo, that is the biggest hard-o move.
The Boz.
Let me tell you something. That is one of
the Boz.
This guy's sick, man.
The Boz.
Mikey, turn around. Let me just take a picture of that. That is the biggest. That is the biggest hardo jersey I have ever seen.
Double nickels, baby.
Yo,
Seahawks have a clean throwback, dog. One of the nicest throwbacks in the game. Really is.
Mikey, that is crazy.
Love the Boz, man. How do you not love the Boz, dude?
That's so crazy.
I love the Boz.
That is the most Mikey V thing I think that I have ever seen in my lifetime. By the way, if you wanted to really do it right, you should have got the Oklahoma version. That would have been sick.
Yeah, you know what, though? You never know what you're going to get with the college ones. Like, you don't know if the numbers are going to be stitched. You know, you can get the screen pressed. I don't really like that too much. So.
I will say the colors on that jersey are clean.
They wore it against the Cowboys last year, the throwback Seahawk jersey. I think they're the nicest throwback. They're like up there with like the Oilers when the Texans wear like the Oilers throwback.
Oh yeah, or like
the Titans. The Titans.
Creamsicle Buccaneers jerseys are nice.
Creamsicle Buccaneers a great one. Yep, that's another good one.
I sent Baker Mayfield the jersey to sign for me for the studio. Yeah, but I was gonna send him the one with the Mayfield on the back, and then I was like, it's kind of probably a little disrespectful in the sense of you should know who 6 is. You know what I mean? Like there's some.
But their jersey has the name. It's not like the Oklahoma jersey doesn't have the name on the back. It's not like the Yankees, they play without the name on the back.
But I couldn't. The ones that had the name on the back looked shitty. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's hard to find.
And not many people are gonna know 55. At what point, Mikey, did you say, okay, like I'm gonna get a Brian Bosworth jersey? It's the best.
First of all, this jersey's been in my closet. I haven't worn it once. I've had it for probably a year. I had to be a little tipsy on an NFL Sunday, and I probably saw Seattle wearing this jersey, and I'm like, who am I going to get? And like, there's only one answer who you're going to get, really, is the Boz. I mean,
well, you could have got Largent.
Who?
Steve Largent?
Largent. Yeah.
Well, it should be French. It should be Largent.
Yeah, Steve Largent. Yeah. We could have went with the Steve Largent.
One of the best receivers of all time.
Passed on the Largent. I passed on the Largent.
One of the best of all time.
Joe, we've been terrible at PGA, so much so to where, a lot on the Twitch. And by the way, big things coming with Twitch that we're gonna say. But we've been so bad in PGA and like YouTube comments, like people get pissed at us for being so bad. So we started finally practicing and getting good, and then college football came out because we're now PGA is gone. Like now it's all. NCAA.
Whoa! What do you mean it's gone?
Well, like we'll go back to golf, but for the most part now,
I'm gonna suck at the NCAA game too.
Well, you better get ready because we're playing Mikey V for the listeners listening on Tuesday.
I've never played it before.
We got Mikey V tonight.
I thought it was tomorrow night.
Well, technically,
yeah, they're listening to Bob. So here's what we're gonna do to get everybody involved because you can't do 3-way. Joe's gonna come to my place. And I don't even know if you know this yet, Joe, but you're going to come to my place.
I don't know if you know this yet, but you're coming here. So be prepared for that.
And then I'm going to play on the defensive side of the ball and special teams, and then you're going to play offensively.
I hope the defense is going to carry us because I wouldn't expect big things out of the offense. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, that's fine. I thought we're going to do like a dynasty thing, me and Joe, where like he always plays offense, I play defense. And I was telling the guys that like, God forbid I give up a touchdown. Like, even if he doesn't go anywhere the next round, you'd be like, we're playing with our backs against the wall here.
I'm not saying that. I'm actually saying the opposite.
I'm
saying we're going to have like a Miami Hurricane, Sean Taylor, Ed Reed performance here because I don't know if I'm going to score any points. I don't play that game.
Well, I need you to start playing because Mikey's gonna be ready. Are you good, Mikey?
He doesn't have. I played 3 games. That's all I played. I played 3 games.
Oh, 3 more is 3 times more than I played.
Yeah, the game is good. Have you played? You played it, Bob?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really good. It's better. It's a lot better than Madden. A lot better than Madden.
Yeah, I love Madden, but you're right. It's amazing. It really is.
I'm still undecided who I'm going to roll with tomorrow night. I know everybody's thinking of Ohio State, but
as if you're coming with anybody.
I'm telling you right now. I might have a special appearance from Diego Pavia and the Commodores.
Oh, give me a break.
Yeah. Little option, little read option with Diego Pabs.
I with my Hurricane, we're playing with the Hurricanes, Joe. We got to play with the Hurricanes. They got a guy, they got a quarterback, and that's how I really learned about. They got a quarterback. He's a transfer from Washington State. You're gonna have so much fun playing with this
Alabama
kid. I'm telling you,
Georgia.
This kid's good. He can run. He's got a way. He's good. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We just got to figure out a way to get Mikey's feed going. And
we're gonna be playing up against Ohio State. We're gonna have Miami. We're fucked.
We're gonna be okay. You got a good defense behind you. You got a really good defense. Speaking of just fire stuff, the Brian Bosworth thing is really something. How about that? Let's take a timeout. A breezy fireball collab coming win, Joey D.
I think this week.
Yeah, it's coming tomorrow. So coming tomorrow, breezy fireball club. Take a look at Joey D's hat there. That's
next level.
It is. And from the response that I got just from our teaser, a lot of times you could tell if a certain video is going to do good, if a certain collab is going to do good based off of the feedback you get and the engagement you get. Fireball fairways there. I think this fireball drop, limited drop, is going to be a big one. So for those of you out listening right now, I believe it does come out the 23rd. Hoodie's great too.
The hoodie is very nice. Very good quality.
Lot of positive stuff. But fellas, let's keep the ball moving here. Good to see everybody. Mikey, those flapjacks on the Blackstone looked terrific yesterday. How's things in Mikey's world?
Kids are keeping me busy. Long weekend. Had the little pancake breakfast on Saturday. Kids were excited. Slung out like 20 hotcakes. Dom ate 5 pancakes, by the way. 5. He ate 5 pancakes. I had 3 in comparison. I had 3 pancakes. Dom's 5. Yeah.
I could use him for the fantasy football punishment.
Fun fact about me, I don't really have the biggest appetite like first thing in the morning when I wake up. Like it takes me a while to get ready to I'm more of like an 11 o'clock in the morning. Like when I'm not home, not on a weekend, I don't eat. When I go into the office in the morning, I don't eat until like 11:30. Like I won't eat anything. I'll have a cup of coffee early in the morning. I just don't have the appetite that early.
People aren't going to like this. I think breakfast is the most overrated meal, but by far, in the sense of, not to sound like a hardo, but you've done nothing to earn it. You know what I mean? Like you start off the day just at least lunch. I feel like, all right, I got some things done. I earned the meal, and then dinner's the best. Where if you have a good day and you get stuff done, dinner tastes great because you got everything done. You know what I mean, Joey D?
They say breakfast is the most important meal, though, Bob.
Why, though? To keep you going through the day?
I guess it gets you energized, gets you going out of the gates,
the first nutrients you're putting in your body for the day, right?
Yeah, if you're in the stable as a horse and you don't get out of the gate fast, you're not going to win the race. So you got, breakfast is like getting out of the gate quickly. It gets you going. It gets you ahead of the rest.
The problem with breakfast is that I don't disagree with Bob's point and what he's saying. The thing is that I think breakfast food is just so good. That's the problem, is that I think the breakfast options are so tremendous. Eggs, waffles, omelets, pancakes, all frittatas, bowls, like those like bowls with like the potatoes and the onions and the eggs, the skillet bowls.
Yeah.
Oh,
skillets are very nice.
Like that's what I'm like. There's so much on the table for breakfast. The problem is, like Bob said, like I'm not rolling out of bed and like I'm just ready to eat 4 pancakes. Like it's just
what about a brunch?
Yeah, but I would eat, like, that's the thing. Like a lot of times when I order my lunch at work, if it's 11:30, I will order an omelet. Like the omelet will be the play for me. And that is fine for lunch. I could eat an omelet meal, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The omelet meal plays
dinner
all day long.
Is a preposterous play, Mikey.
I've done it before.
The lunch omelet. Dinner omelet, that's tough.
That's
like if you ever go to the diner for dinner, or you go out for dinner and it's like a quick thing and you go to the diner, like I would rather order an omelet meal than order like a pot roast or, you know, an open faced turkey sandwiches. I would rather play with the omelet. I just think it's the flexibility of the omelet. I just think is undeniable. I think it plays
the thing
all
is,
times.
like people, like the restaurants that have say breakfast served all day. I don't understand it, because how many, like, what's the percentage of people who are actually having breakfast at dinner time? Like,
yeah, it gotta be
it's
low.
gotta be so
low.
small.
Yeah, gotta be low.
So is it worth it for the restaurant to keep breakfast open all day?
I think it's just at like diners, pretty much. You're not going to see it everywhere. But Jersey, like the diner is such a staple because it's open. Most Jersey diners are open 24 hours a day. So it's like you could go in there and you just grab an you go in there, you know, after a night of drinking, we used to go after the bar, you go into the diner, you order.
Well, that's a late night. I think breakfast comes back into play at the late night. I'm talking about like a 5 to 7 o'clock dinner.
I get that.
You know,
I think as soon as you get past the 11 o'clock and you start reaching midnight territory, breakfast is back on the table.
Well, you're back into the AM hours.
Well,
once you're back into the AM hours, it's in play. If it's 2 a.m. or 7 a.m., what's the difference at that point?
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
the thing that bothers me, a lot of places here in Jupiter, if you go to like a late breakfast, like if you go at 11 o'clock, starting at 11 o'clock, and this drives me nuts, they'll do omelets, but they won't do home fries, to where you have to get French fries. I don't get it. I don't get it. I got 2 places that I could bury right now that does it. Drives me nuts.
Whoa!
But I could fucking smoke them.
Whoa!
It drives me nuts. 2 good places. And I don't get it. I don't get why
making the hash brown is so much or making the home fries is so much easier than making the omelet itself. What does it take to make a home fry? Nothing.
Do the home fries, maybe not the omelet.
It would make more sense that way, in my opinion.
Bob, have you asked if you could pay extra to get the home fries? I bet you they would do it.
I did ask for the upcharge. I did.
And did they do it?
No, because one of my favorite upcharges on the planet.
This guy would fucking give a left testicle for a good home fry. It's absurd, man.
Me and Holly were in the car yesterday driving the kids to a barbecue. We had a barbecue, but I had my brothers, my one older brother turned 50 last week. So we had a dinner for him Saturday night. Shout out Luna Wood Fire Tavern. We all went to Luna, all my brothers. And it was a late night. It was a late night. And yesterday morning, we're driving in the car to this barbecue, and like it hadn't hit me yet. And then it hit me in the car, and I was like, listen, I would pay, and I'm not exaggerating, I would have paid $50. 50 was the number I put on it for a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese sandwich on a roll or a bagel. At that point, at that very moment, at like 11:30 in the morning, I would have paid an exorbitant amount of money for a Taylor ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. I was just so craving that item.
You know what I don't get, Mikey, is like, why I was thinking about this the other day. There's this guy, Team Taylor Ham. The grill guy promotes him all the time. He's great.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, the Taylor Ham guy. Yeah,
and he does all the different Taylor. And there are sandwiches that are so much better than others. But I don't get how there are sandwiches that are so much better than others. Like, I guess it's the quality of the Taylor Ham that you're using. But how are there certain egg sandwiches that are so much better than others when it's pretty much all the same egg? You would think like there can't be that much of a difference between eggs.
His discrepancies lie in like when he goes to a place and he pays like $6 or $7 for a sandwich, and like they give you one thin slice of Taylor ham, one egg, one piece of cheese. He goes to some of these other places, they're doing like 5 slices of Taylor ham, 2 eggs, like double egg layered. He's big into like how they layer the sandwich.
Correct.
Like, is it a cheese, egg, Taylor ham, cheese, egg, Taylor ham layered correctly? Is the cheese melted to the point where you pull the sandwich apart, the cheese is melting as you look at it? Or is it like, you know, when you get that flappy, waxy cheese, but it's not fully melted?
Yeah,
that's unacceptable.
Of course, all the time.
But to me though, like, I don't like a sandwich that's so overstuffed that it's like, it's too much.
I could give you one of
We're not going to go there. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you know what I'm saying.
Boy, do I have it. Do I have the sandwich for you, man? Boy, do I have a sandwich for you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh
my.
The bar's in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, this is ridiculous. You're wearing another team's jersey, Mike.
The double nickel.
Well, Joe.
Well, I mean, I don't. It's not like this, Joe. This has been in my closet. I cut the.
You're a diehard Bears fan.
Yeah, diehard.
Joe, You wore, and you're a diehard Canucks fan. You wore every.
But I never wore it.
Guy looked like the fucking Florida Panther mascot at the Stanley Cup.
It was
game.
for a sponsor thing, Bob. And by the way,
Bob, a sponsor.
I've never owned or worn another NFL jersey aside from a Green Bay Packers jersey. Hand to God, Bob. Hand to God.
Yeah, I've had a couple.
People were out for Joe's throat because anytime Joe would go to a stadium, they would give him like a Cold Cuts hockey jersey.
The gold, I got a Golden Knights.
Oh, the Golden Knights jersey too. That's right.
It's a Cold Cuts. It's a Cold Cuts jersey. Here's
the difference.
It has no relevance.
This is a guy who hasn't played in the league in 100 years. He was like a folk hero type of guy coming out of college. He's like more of like a personality. This has nothing to do with allegiance whatsoever. But when you go to a game and you go to a game that's not your team and you're rocking the jersey of one of those teams and you're vehemently rooting, Joe was living and dying with every Florida play. He was
I had a wager on it.
I'm just saying.
I had a wager on it.
All right. Well, I'm just saying.
I had a huge parlay on that thing.
That's going to turn some heads, is all I'm saying.
And they handed it to the Celsius people. God bless the Celsius people. We love them. They handed me the jersey. What am I to take pictures for the official Instagram account? What am I going to do? Say no? No. It's a Stanley Cup Game 7.
But you did walk into a bear trap, breaking my balls about that. And I didn't even think. I didn't even remember it. Bob remembered it. I didn't even remember it. Good for you, Bob. By the way, you taking some ginkgo biloba? Memory looks good. Memory looks good.
Yeah. I feel good.
Mikey, let me ask you this.
Athletic Greens.
Let me ask you this, Bob or Beardown. Have you ever worn a non-Ohio State jersey?
No, college football.
There you go. So there's some things
I owned a Herschel Walker Georgia jersey. Yeah, why I owned it, I couldn't tell you, but I did own a Herschel Walker Georgia.
I feel
jersey.
like your allegiance to Ohio State, you would never wear another collegiate level.
I'm looking for jersey. A Diego Pavia jersey. I'm in the market. I will.
I will. My God, this guy with the Diego Pavia.
Look out for Mr. Pavia this year, taking over the SEC by
if Mikey gets a follow on IG, he will clamp his hands around that athlete like you wouldn't believe. Am I a little bit guilty of it? Sure.
I feel like I need to protect this kid a little bit.
Well, bring him to the stream. Bring him to the stream tonight because he's going to see a Hurricane defense that is going to be swarming all over the ball, man. Swarming all over the ball.
I like that.
Yeah, for Mikey to say that Gutsy was living and dying on every Florida Panther hockey play.
No, you weren't.
I had a wager,
but that's that's fine. And by the way, that wager was
was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. It was a 5-leg parlay.
By the way, Bob, that wager was like a 7-leg same game parlay.
I was 2 shots away from McDavid from hitting.
He's updating me in Ticket in a text message. He's like, I only need 2 more McDavid shots on target, boys. Only 2 more now.
I had the under.
This is when you're a sick gambler.
He really had one of the sickest.
Well, no, I had the under.
Sickest.
I had
under was good.
Panthers money line. I had the under. I had Carter Verhaeghe more than 2.5 shots on goal. I had Sam Reinhart 1 point. He scored, and then I had McDavid over 3.5 shots. He had 2 shots after the first period.
Mikey,
and this fucking guy in Game 7 could give me 2 more shots.
And then Connor McDavid won the MVP of the Stanley Cup Finals
when he lost.
And Cuts went fucking insane. He went nuts. How could they give it to this guy? He blew the parlay. He didn't even win. His team lost. He went nuts.
You know what's an all-time story is Scotsy at a regular season Clippers game. A guy takes him to the Clippers.
Yeah. That is.
I love how things get just old guy.
Yeah.
The guy was out of line, Bob. He was out of line.
NASCAR, and Cutsy goes, we're talking about this Clipper story, and Cutsy said that this guy was lipping him off, and I quote.
Yeah, lipping him off. That's right. Lipping him off. That's right.
Cutsy acted as if this guy attacked Joe for no reason.
I didn't come at him and his family. The guy turned around and started screaming at me. Poor Frankenheimer was taken aghast.
Well, that is a trademark Joey D saying. This guy was lipping me off, Bob. He was lipping me off.
But then we called the guy that he was with because we're like, this story doesn't sound right.
Seemed a little fishy.
So we called
Frankenheimer said that the guy that
Frankenheimer.
A friend of the program, Bob.
He is. I want to call him. But we called Frankenheimer, and that was not the way. Apparently, this guy was there with his son, and Cutsy was screaming at the player because he had
the guy.
No, not at the guy. Not at the guy.
I was sitting 5 rows up from the hardwood, Bob. I was getting into the game. But I'm not like at a restaurant. Like, it's a game. I can't get excited.
But if there's kids around, you have to be cognizant
the
of
kid was 24 years old.
I don't know. Now he was 24.
He was a collegiate level kid, man. He wasn't in like elementary school.
You know what?
Give me a break.
Kid had a Lunchable with him, but he was 24 years old.
Let's get
Dunkaroos.
Let's get Frankenheimer on the horn.
By the foot.
Yeah,
that's outrageous.
It's a good idea.
By the way, it's 7:30 in the morning in LA.
Oh, that's true. I hope he answers, man.
You know, little
this
wake up.
Tough.
Nothing would make me happier than for him to say this kid was like 10 years old at this
He was a college kid, man.
College.
Give him one more call because we need him bad. Great name, Frankenheimer, too. Sean Frankenheimer, friend of the program. At a Clippers game with Joey D. And
we
apparently,
had a great time, by the way.
I bet you did, Joe. Joe was wearing a Lou Williams Clippers jersey. He was wearing a lemon pepper Lou Clipper jersey.
You're sick, man.
He is.
He's a sick pup, man.
He's a sick person.
By the way, not to tease anything, I'm going to leave it at this. I know this is a hard tease.
Here he goes, man.
This is a hard tease.
He always does this.
Joey D will be the talk of the town this week. That's all I'm going to say. Joey D will be a household name this week. I'm not going to say why. I'm not going to give anything more.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I could probably guess it and just write it down as to why.
What do you think it is?
Is it golf related?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know. Then shame on me. I don't know. Okay.
Joey D. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
Okay.
Joey D will be a household name this week. But the guy at Clipper game go fuck himself because he was lipping him off.
Yeah, he was. He was out of line.
He's flipping me off, man. You want to come for me, man. You better be. Oh, it's raining. I got to close this screen door, man. Shit. You want to come for my throat? You better be prepared to take it back, man. I hate people in life who try to dish shit out.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. How did he come for your throat, though? I envision this as the order of the sequence of events. Something happened in the game. You obviously bet the game. That's not even the question.
Yeah, the over. Is that the Clippers and the over, Joe?
I don't know what.
It's a long time ago, but anyway, you had a wager. Wager wasn't going well. You stood up. You probably screamed "fuck" or "you fuck" or something like that.
Yeah, you dumb.
Then the guy probably turned around, and I would imagine the first time the guy probably turned around and he was probably like, "Listen, man, I got my kid."
He was one of these hotty-toddy, rich, wealthy guys who acted like he was the only person in the stadium, as if like I had no business being there.
So are you trying to tell me that he instantly just turned around and started yelling at you because you cursed?
No, it was like in the second quarter or something. The guy just turned around and started going off on me. I was like, yo, man, stay in your fucking lane. Stay in your lane. I didn't say that. I did not say that. I'm saying that's what I was thinking.
Yo, man.
You got to stay in your lane.
Yo, what is going on over there?
No one knows. No one.
Jesus
Christ.
I'm trying to charge the laptop, Bob. Trying to charge the laptop. There's a lot going on here. My whole, I'm being thrown under the fucking.
No, that's not true.
By the way, on a separate note, I want to change this topic. On a separate note, I'm going to put my hand up.
All right.
I deserve to put my hand.
I think I know what this is about. I think I know what it's about.
What?
I think he's going hand up on True Detective season 1.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. All right. Really nice.
I mean, the show took forever to get going anywhere. It took almost 3 episodes.
Is this really hand up? Is this really hand up?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. It took almost 3 episodes before we got somewhere. But I just watched that episode where they go in the biker. He infiltrates the biker gang.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go in the hood. They go in the hood. Yes. And then there's the whole 9 yards that happened there. That is some of the wilder shit that I've seen.
They shot that all in one take. Do you know that when they're running around
There's
the projects?
no way they did that.
No, they shot that. They shot that project scene when he's busting out of the projects, taking the guy back into the cop car when Harrelson follows him through the complex when he's undercover.
I had anxiety.
They shot that in one take.
I had anxiety watching that, man. I got to be honest, man.
Mikey, you said my memory is getting better. I swear to God, I remember True Detective being the greatest season of all time. I don't remember any of it.
See, that's good though, because that means that you could rewatch it and it'd be like watching a new show.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah. I don't remember any of it.
Now I started the next episode and that was cool, but now they're taking it to a different place. I don't know if I like the direction where it's going.
Oh, wait, it gets nuts.
Well, they talk about the Yellow King or whatever the hell it is.
Sure, Carcosa. Yeah.
So I don't know. I will say the last couple episodes have been tremendous.
Dude, when you get to the episode where he finally lets Woody Harrelson into his storage shed to show him what he's got, wildest episode ever.
Who lets him into his storage shed?
McConaughey's character.
We got Sean Frankenheimer on the line, ladies and gentlemen, to discuss this. We got Frankenheimer on the horn. He's ready for the call-in.
This is ridiculous.
Mr. Frankenheimer, how are you today, sir?
Johnny!
Doing fantastic, Bob. What have I been called into the fray for?
Okay, I know we're going to get full honesty from you, Frankenheimer. The guys can hear you. You probably can't hear them with the way the setup is right now. We've talked about this before, and the Clippers game came up where Joe got into it with the guy at the Clippers game.
I was out of line.
So we wanted to ask you, full story, what in your eyes happened at that Clipper game?
So Bob and I had the under.
Joey,
we had the under.
Of course, I'm sad. Joey and I had the under, and everyone was hitting everything, and it was pretty egregious, and Joe was not having it. It was this fucking guy, that fucking guy.
Oh.
That happened. This is fucking nuts. Fuck this guy. And there was a gentleman with like a 13-year-old kid sitting in front of him.
13! He was 13!
No,
he was like 18!
He was like 18!
Oh, the prepubescent teenager.
That's not true, Frankenheimer. He was like 18. He was a college kid.
Joe was saying this kid was like 24, but now he's saying he was
24, bro.
I said he was a college kid. I said college kid, Bob.
How old?
0%.
College kid.
I'm somewhere between 13 and 16, I think.
I said college kid. You know what? Then if he's 16,
kid didn't even have a driver's permit.
Hey, yo, you gotta let him go. You gotta let him talk.
If that kid's 16, he's Benjamin fucking Button. There's no way, man.
Yo, you gotta let him talk. You gotta let him talk.
My favorite part of the story, though, is like I think right as the game's ending, the guy gets pretty fucking heated sitting in front of him and starts yelling at Joe. And Joe looks at me, dead serious, and goes, "Was I cussing?" And to say, I was like, I mean, a bit. But then
some people got to mind their own business, man.
But the best part was Joe's, not many people noticed Joe except the guy sitting right in front of him. This guy, when Joe was like, "I don't even know what you're talking about," the guy just starts screaming, "You said fuck this," and "You said fuck that." And all of a sudden I realized it's like, to everyone around us, he seems like the insane person, and Joe, is a normal guy.
So when the guy went to say
up in my face, Bob.
When the guy went to say something to Joe, what did he say? Like, what was
in my face?
I think, what did Joe say to make him? I think it was, we got fucking banged as loud as you can imagine Joe saying that. And the guy just had enough. And he turned around and was, I don't think he turned around. He was walking out. And he was just like, "You guys are," I don't know if he called us disgusting or animals or something.
The guy was out of line, Bob. We're at a sporting event.
In your eyes, let me ask you something. Being a father, if you're there at that game,
he's a father of a 6-year-old kid, Bob, not a 20-year-old kid.
You think
the kid was 13, Joe?
He wasn't 13.
No,
he was not 13.
He was 13.
He was prepubescent.
No, he wasn't. He had plenty of hair on his balls, I'm sure.
I think he probably had just crossed that line.
There you go.
So, do you think that the guy was out of line looking at her?
Oh yeah,
was a little out of line.
He was out of line.
Both. Like if it was my kid who's 4, I would have shut that shit down immediately.
Right.
But the kid wasn't 4.
Your kid's a teenager. He's heard worse. It's an arena.
Thank you, Frankenheimer. Thank you. Thank you very much. I always love Sean. He's a good guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, we appreciate you. And of course, go Clippers, baby.
There it is. There it is. When you guys are out in LA, let me know.
All right. Sounds good. Later. Let me plug back in here. Hold on.
Thank God that he said that Joe was not at fault, because it would have just been, it would have just
really.
I'm glad. Joe, do you feel validated now?
I will say this, is there's times where I'm a little louder than I realize. And that's fine.
Good for you.
But
me too, though, Joe, to be fair. Me too.
That's true. Do you know the
thing is
though?
if we were in a restaurant, if we were in a setting where I was just so outrageously out of line for like screaming and yelling and doing
good looking mug. Good looking mug.
Guess who got them that?
That's
Saturday.
a nice mug.
I'm gonna do this Saturday.
Guess who got them that?
That would have been a nice submission for
I'm gonna do it this Saturday.
Okay, nice mug.
I got him that mug.
That's a nice mug.
By the way, the difference in the loudness, because Mikey is a very loud guy. The difference between if you tell Joe to quiet down, he'll take it pretty well. Like he'll either just be like, I wasn't that loud, Bob, but he won't get mad. If you tell Mikey to quiet down, he gets
like
very
trying to tame
very
a bear.
upset. He gets very Joe will be more just like I wasn't that loud, Bob, but then he'll wear it and then just not get any quieter.
Mikey's like an uncaged lion.
Yeah, Mikey will get
that Ohio State game, he was ready for blood.
Everybody's rooting for fucking Notre Dame, bro.
Yeah, I thought he was going to kill Jerry. I thought he was going to kill him.
In Mikey's defense, Jerry was getting him, but I think Jerry was getting him going when he saw the way Mikey was out of the gate. That then question. Jerry started.
By the way, but then Jerry did something which I typically try never to do is if you know that someone's all in on a team, right? You don't go and say, oh, I'm going to bet this other team now against you. And like, I think it's like prodding the bear. It's like poking the bear.
It's got some Dickie gas to it.
Yes. And here's the thing. Mikey knew that we had Notre Dame, but we weren't going at him the way that Jerry was, in the sense that he was kind of going back at him.
He was
like when Notre Dame would score or something, like he would go right at Mikey and be like, they never had it or something. That's a bit much.
Yeah. It is.
See, I'm so used to that though. I'm used to watching football in such hostile environments. You know,
but the way that Lou was to you in the Miami in the Michigan Ohio State game, that to me, I didn't like that. I think there's a line to it.
He's absolutely the worst. He is the worst. He is the worst. Gas? Yeah, he's worse.
Dude, if you watch, Joe, what Lou was doing to him when Michigan was beating up on Ohio State, he was like dancing on. Like it was. And in Mikey's
he lit me on fire and pissed on my ashes.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what he did. And you know what? The worst feeling in the world is like, it's like you're drowning and you can't swim because they're giving you nothing. You're getting nothing. I was getting nothing, which is really tough. And, you know, Lou claims to be a Michigan fan. He probably watches like 4 games a year, if that, but like he'll ride that all the way throughout because he was recruited by Michigan. So he'll throw that in my face.
That's a great story, by the way.
It is a good story.
Lou being recruited by Michigan. And didn't he settle on like Delaware where Joe Flacco went?
Joe Flacco's backup. Yeah. Joe Flacco's backup at Delaware. How wild is that?
It's unbelievable.
It really is crazy.
Lou?
Yeah. Once upon a time, this guy was a fucking athlete, dude. He was an athletic machine.
That is one of the biggest. He
was Flacco's backup at Delaware.
Yes. And now Luna Lou. I mean, if you saw Luna Lou at that Yankee game, you would be like, there was no way this guy was Joe Flacco. That guy was
He's a big, strong fella. He's a strapping lad. As Joe would say, he's a strapping young lad.
He's one of the funniest.
When I saw him
get a kick out of him.
Tell Perez to jump on his back, and he just started running. with
He could,
Perez
no,
and
dude, he's,
piggyback.
dude,
I'm like,
he's,
yo, this guy's strong as an ox.
like, there's like a handful of guys that I'm always like, are on my like no fly list or my no fight list. Lou is definitely like, his legs are like, his legs don't fit in pants. They're like this big, bro. It's like he's a fucking horse. He's built like a Clydesdale.
Nothing is ever going to be, as much as we're going to continue to do Audi Club season 1.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go down.
It's like the True Detective.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
It cannot be replicated.
That's exactly right.
So true.
That's exactly right.
Man. That's good. Oh God, that's fucking rich. That really is. I want to go to the buy or sell, but I did have one more thing. What were we just talking about before? See the memories already going on.
True Detective we're talking about.
No.
Yeah, we went from Clippers. Joe changed it to True Detective and breakfast foods, and that's pretty much where we were.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. I thought I had something pretty solid, man. I really do.
Maybe it'll come back to you.
Right before Luna Lou being Joe Flacco's backup. Fuck, man. It was strong.
We were talking about Notre Dame rooting for your
Mike
team.
Evie, rooting for the teams, and like some guys root against your teams.
Joe, especially when it's like your diehard. Like I would never, if a Packer game's on, I'll root for Joe. I mean, or if I happen to have the bet against, I'm not going to be very loud around him. If Joe isn't a fan of the team and we have different bets, then maybe. Joe, you remember when we were at the bar, we were at Third Stop, and the Yankees were playing against the Red Sox in the playoffs. And and they were getting smoked, and I was in a really
tough place.
I was in a bad way. And one of our colleagues' girlfriends came in and said, "Why the fuck is the Dodger game not on?" And I snapped. I lost it.
In her defense, she does work for the Dodgers, so like.
But the way that she just
and we were in LA,
it was condescending, very assuming.
She could have done it better. I mean, the thing is that we were in an LA bar. The Dodgers were in the playoffs. She works for the Dodgers. So, like, I understand where the request was coming, but it was not made in the right way. Like, it was done in a way that was hostile.
Right. And me and her never found common ground again. Like, we saw each other a lot. We never got along. That was it. We never got along.
Bob likes everyone except for a few people, and those people he hates.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a very, very small sample size.
It is. Yeah. Bob, I feel like, does like everyone, but the people he doesn't like, it's bad.
There are some
people he doesn't like.
Bad.
There's a couple.
If he doesn't like someone though, he'll become more intrigued. Like if it's someone in social media or something, he'll just watch all their stuff. Yeah. I'm like, why are you watching? Like, you don't like this person. It's like he has to get in the mind of the person that he doesn't like to see what they're doing, just so he can completely. It's unlike anything. Is that not preposterous?
No, but it's so accurate. That's why I'm laughing, because it's so accurate.
He'll
send me a video. He'll be like, "Do you see what this fucking clown is doing?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, but how did you even fucking find?" I gotta see. He won't like a train wreck. You can't look away. So good.
He won't like someone when he'll watch every single episode of their podcast for the last 4 years. I'm like, why? Why are you wasting your time?
The 5 podcasts I listen to are the 5 people I hate. So I sit and saw it every morning and I listen 20 minutes at a time to their episodes. And we all know the number one guy that we're all thinking about right now, who we all fucking hate.
I hate a few people on social media.
No, but guys, come on.
I know. I mean, I know who you're talking about. We're not going to mention the person.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying,
I came very close.
I know exactly. Yes,
I came very close.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Well, not the one that I didn't say.
You know exactly who. You know exactly who he's talking about.
Joe, it shouldn't even be don't say it. Please don't say it. That's the thing. I'll never go out.
Joe's such a fucking nut, bro.
He wants to say it.
He does. Well, he legitimately, he wants to say it, and then he'll be like, what's the big deal? Yes. What's the big deal that
I should be able to say, and they should just bleep the name so they can't hear it.
There's been things
that would be funny, but you will get somebody in the fucking comments will be, I used to work for the FBI as a lip reader. I know exactly who. You'll get some maniac will say that.
Yeah. There's that one person that we're all thinking about who we all can't stand. He's got it all.
Besides John Cena and besides Bruce Buffer, who by the way, Bruce Buffer's now
a little bit in the hot seat.
What did he do now?
This guy's got it all.
What did he do now?
I'm talking
what
about
did he
the other
do now?
guy. We got a problem with a small problem with Bruce.
A smidgen.
Yeah. What happened with Bruce now?
Me and Mikey.
Something?
Do you want to take it, Mikey?
Well, me and Bob were trying to book a Bruce Buffer cameo roast.
Oh my.
On the Cutsy, and
this
guy's
let him say it, Joe.
This guy's representative messaged me back and was like, we need more context as to what this is about and what you're referencing. So me and Bob put our heads together. We came up with a nice little dossier of exactly what we wanted to be discussed, why we want. And they came back and they said, he's not going to do it.
I reached out to my Cameo Connect and he said, I'm very, very tight with Bruce. Let me see what I could do. So I'm sure Bruce will probably end up doing it. But it was a full roast on Joe. Like we wanted him to just like bury him. It would have been the best.
I would not have enjoyed that.
That's a pricey cameo, man.
Very pricey.
I'm sure he charges a fortune.
Come on, guys, with the tax, it ended up being a nickel to book that cameo. Yeah.
500.
Right around there. And the worst part is when the rep messaged me back from him, you have a character limit as to what you could message back. So when they asked for the explanation, I had to go over the character count. That's another $10.99 just to message the guy.
Oh my sweet heavens.
Yeah. Look, by the way,
Bob's like, yeah, well, that's the way cameo works. I mean, that's fine, but Jesus Christ.
There's been cameos though that I've sent back because I can't say like, sometimes people either want me to like to promote their company. Like I made the mistake of doing it for a small betting app asked me to promote their company. And my dumbass, I did it. Next thing you know, yeah.
And you tried to crucify me.
I went hand up. I didn't know.
You did.
But Mikey,
for if you like soccer, EPL, there's no better place.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Times were tough, Joe.
Mikey,
I tell you what, those times are over.
I couldn't tell you.
This guy's willing to pay $50 for a Taylor egg, ham, and cheese.
I mean, but that was the desperation. I didn't actually do it.
But you were willing.
I was starving. I was sick.
I bet you that EPL shutout gave you $50.
Probably.
No. It was, Mike, you have to give me the name of what that was. It was the most ridiculous sellout promo.
I got to look it up. It
was like the Footy Club. It was
like, something outrageous. Yeah, something outrageous. Something outrageous. I'll try and find it.
Like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, it's on me.
That got around, and I texted Mikey. I was like, hey, like, Mikey, we can't do this with DraftKings. You can't. And he said, Bob, that was from like 4 years ago. And I was
it was.
I was like, my bad.
They're still getting residuals off of it.
I felt bad because I told him, I was like, Mikey, you can't do it. But I did it. I felt for a company, and I sent the cameo, and next thing you know, they did paid advertising across the board. And we had Prize Picks at the time, so I had to call them. Look, I'm so sorry, I wasn't thinking. And now we're with DraftKings, so all right, let's get into our buy or sell. Footy Club is where you can. It is one of the best promos.
Step onto the pitch with.
Is there a way that you could go through what you've done, Bob, or you can't
Mikey,
do that?
If we could get that promo of you doing that, actually, I don't even know if we can. It is an all-time sellout job.
I'm just trying to find I don't know, but you go ahead. I'll try and look for it.
That was a sellout.
All right, buy or sell.
Shut the fuck up, Joe. I heard you.
All right, buy or sell. I am buying. They had a lot of pressure on them. It's been 10 years since we've seen it. We mentioned it before. You got a stream coming tonight. NCAA football is fucking awesome. It was maybe one of the most hyped up video games I possibly remember. And there was a lot of pressure on them. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. I think it's so much fun. With all the legality to get the players to agree to do it and pay. There was a lot that went into it. People waited a long time with it. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. It's a fucking awesome game. Follow us on Twitch.
Yeah, man, I got it.
You got it?
You got it.
I mean, footy investment.
Footy investment. Do you have the clip?
Yeah, it's probably.
Let me see the clip.
Fuck.
Oh my!
Why is the audio not? Oh, there it is. Oof.
Beardown Cuz here, ladies and gentlemen, telling you to check out Footy Investment. That's FOOTY Investment. What are they doing over at Footy
Spell
Investment?
it out.
They're giving you the opportunity to make money based on making in-game wagers on football, not American football, because little world of football, soccer. You know what I'm talking about. Check out Footy Investment. Go in there. Great to be a member of that community. You can make a lot of money over there if you know what you're doing. Gamble responsibly. Mikey Beardown.
At least you told people to gamble responsibly.
By the way,
yeah,
the only good part of that message.
Look at his head's hitting the ceiling. Show him again, Mikey. Look
that's
at
the old
head.
That's the old basement, Bob.
Look at it, Joe. Look at it.
I lost it.
His head is scraping the ceiling.
I lost it. I gotta find. I lost it. But that was it.
Unbelievably
the guy couldn't
bad.
Fit in his own basement, man.
We've all been there, Mike. You don't feel bad.
It is what it is.
I've seen a few recently. Joey D just put out a good old popper.
All right. Let's get back to the buyer side.
Wait, what was this now? What was this?
Bob, I still technically I have not gotten taken care of yet. So let's not bash the company.
All right. I'll back off.
Was that the dandruff commercial?
No, come on, Mikey.
I was just asking. I can't ask.
By the way, Flakes will have you feeling good.
The bruiser.
It's our business. You know what? Here's the thing, too. I'm going to say one thing. I know we're in buy and sell, but I got to say this. The amount of people like, oh, Joey ads, this guy would promote fucking anything.
Oh, did they rip you?
Some people did, yeah. And you know what? That is our business. That's how we make money. You know, like I don't have other streams of income coming in. So you know what? If I do an advertisement, if you don't like it, you can tell me it sucks.
If you don't think that a dandruff company is a good match with you, I have to say
it's a hand in hand.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought.
It is.
It's a match made in heaven.
I can guarantee you.
Would have loved to see Head and Shoulders.
If I go into these
comments,
I'm
not getting,
if I go into these comments, people hating on them, I would guarantee you that Cutsy claps back in some of them and can't help himself.
I don't know.
Pick rocks.
There you go.
Pick rocks.
Second one. Guy goes, Joey sellouts. He responds.
This is a good one.
Sell these nuts.
It was a funny clap back. I had to. That was a good one.
He's going.
But you know what? I will say
there's got to be a kick rocks in there somewhere, Bob. There has to be a kick rocks.
He's going at everybody. He's best of luck. Can't do nothing but ads anymore. He goes, guess you didn't see the earlier post. You'll be missed. And then he said, guy says, is there anything this man won't promote? And Joe said, give me ideas.
That's a witty comeback. I will say, you know where I clap back the most is on Twitter, because Twitter, I feel like it's a free for all. You can just go like it's a different beast. Twitter.
I used to
or is it X? Is it Twitter or X?
I call it Twitter still. It's X technically, but I always call it Twitter.
What a stupid name change.
I'm a big believer. Now he's going at Elon. Then we're really fucked. Then forget about the sphere. We're really fucked. Can't go at Elon.
By the way, those Cybertrucks look ridiculous.
Jesus, man, come on, Joe. God.
It looks like you ever played Minecraft, Mikey? It looks like something out of Minecraft. It looks like
weird,
like a Lego block.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. They're weird looking.
I think they're great.
I'd like to see what it looks like inside.
Of course, Bob rolling up in one would be the most on brand thing of all time.
No, that's not true.
You wouldn't know how to open the trunk, but he'd roll in on one.
All right,
who's buying now?
You, Joe.
Well, I ain't buying. I'm selling.
Of course,
I'm going to sell. And you know what? This is a long time coming. Team USA basketball should be ashamed of themselves. I put something on my Twitter.
I saw
the fact, and some people are like, "Oh, it was a practice game." If you haven't watched, if you've been hiding under a rock for the last week, they barely beat South Sudan by 1 point thanks to a go-ahead basket by LeBron James. Are
you serious?
With maybe less than 20 seconds left.
They were a 40.
They were losing.
They were a 43.5 point favorite in that game and won by
a single losing
point.
With less than 30 seconds left in the game. LeBron made a last second layup, and then they almost got scored on at the end of the game to lose the game to South Sudan when they had LeBron James, Steph Curry, Devin Booker, Anthony Davis, Anthony Edwards as their start. When you have a team like that and you're almost losing to South Sudan, I don't know and people hit me up and said,
stop saying South Sudan, please. Go ahead, keep going.
I don't care if it's a practice game, exhibition game. You got to have some pride, man. That is one of the most. You think that the dream team with Jordan would be losing to these guys? I don't know, and I don't know when it started, but Team USA in basketball used to never even lose. They were undeniably the best. And then there was a changing of the guard about 10 years ago where some of these Serbian teams, the different European teams started coming up on the rise and started beating us. And now it's like, I don't know. I don't know how you can have a collection of superstars like this and you're barely winning games against a team you're favored to beat by 43.5.
I think it's a great. I agree with the Sal. I can't believe. I guess I've been one of those under a rock. I didn't know. I did see there are other games where these games are pretty tight, and it does just baffle you how they're even remotely close. It's
you
pretty
have the
wild.
Best players in the NBA on this team. You're the best shooting guard of all time. You have LeBron James, arguably a top 2 player of all time in the NBA playing. Like, they got superstars by the bucket, by the dozen. It's unbelievable. It's really, really a shameful fucking disgrace, to be completely honest. So that's my sell today.
Okay. Say South Sudan one more time, Joe.
South Sudan.
Sedan, he was calling it. South Sudan. It's not an
I
SUV, not a mid-size, but a sedan.
I actually made the mistake Sudan. On Twitter. I spelt it SEDAN.
Oh, you must have got fucking.
It was a typo, and people were sending in mid-size Corolla pictures as responses for retweets. Yeah, it was a tough scene.
You kept calling it sedan. That's why I was dying laughing.
I didn't see it.
But by the way, Joe is 100% on the money with that take, though. It's fucking, it's fucking pathetic. It's fucking pathetic.
Joe to Twitter is the best thing that's ever happened.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
Follow
dream
me
team.
on Cutsy Says.
Don't even put this group of players in the same air as the dream team, because they're not. They're not even in the same conversation as the.
You know what? It's a bunch of prima donnas, man, just doing their thing. You know,
have
a little pride for your country, maybe. You know.
Yep.
A little pride goes a long way, Michael.
Yes. I'm buying this week.
Go ahead, Boz.
Yeah. Fuck off. This is a great jersey.
It's a great podcast, too.
It's a nice jersey.
It's the biggest Pardo jersey of all time, dude. It's so
Give me the old Pardo.
Yeah, it really is.
So you guys don't like the Boz. All right, whatever. Anyway. I'm going to buy this week. I'm going to buy, I was off of them for quite some time, but over the last year and a half, maybe it's because I started playing golf. But I had gotten off of them because I was kind of went through a phase where I was smoking them so much, and I maybe I OD'd on them and I was just over it for a time. But I used to have the humidors, everything. I'm buying the cigar. I think that
selling or buying?
I'm buying it.
Okay.
I'm buying it because for a while, I think it was like I had the humidor and I was conditioning the humidor in the house, and I had the subscription to the Cigar Aficionado magazine. I was so heavy into cigars, and I think I had like a couple bad experiences. And I think if you have a bad experience with a cigar, it's a great cigar. Looks
like the guy's holding a traffic cone in there.
Dude, that thing is sick.
That's a big boy.
So the cigar that apparently is the unofficial cigar of Navy captains in the United States Navy, apparently.
Mikey, can I make a request?
Sure.
Like, your paws should have one big ring. Like, you should have one big ring on. You got great fingers
and
to wear a ring.
And
like, yeah, like this guy could be wearing a Super Bowl ring.
I agree.
One of those fingers.
Like I think Bear Bryant with.
I think you should have one big ring.
I had the ring on Saturday when I went to dinner. I had my ring on. I had the Bob makes fun of it all the time. The Super Bowl ring. I had the big.
Oh, ring. That's what I was looking for when you're holding that cigar.
I had the ring because my one buddy sends a picture. He's like, I'm going to an 80s themed party tonight, and he's got this outfit on with like fake rings, and I was like, yeah, I'm just going to dinner, and I sent the same picture basically with a ring on. I was like, I'm just going to dinner. I wear a ring. But cigars, I think I had a bad experience with a Cuban Cohiba I smoked, and it got me so fucking dizzy. Yeah, but bro, I think I smoked it too fast or maybe, and I got so disgustingly lightheaded by it that
Monte
like it
Cristos,
ruined
too.
me for like 2 years. I stopped smoking cigars for like 2 years.
Oh, no.
Back into it now, and I got to tell you, I think they're doing really good things with the cigar game. What they're doing exactly, I couldn't tell you. I'm not an aficionado by any means, but
Monte
I tell you, it's,
Cristos.
nice cigar is really good. Like today, I'll probably smoke a couple cigars.
Romeo and Julietas are good too. The
Joe-
Cohibas are normally good, Mikey.
It was a Cuban Cohiba, and it was so strong. I think I just couldn't handle it. It was so strong.
There was an OG listener to the podcast. I forget his name, Brandon, or I might have been. He heard me talking about cigars, and this guy
sent me a box.
Bro, I'm not even joking. This guy, he deals with like the most authentic Cuban cigars. He sent me a Humidor, and then he sent me like these cigars. Like they were like straight from fucking Havana.
Joe,
like one was wrapped in newspaper. It was unbelievable. This was back in my old days. I was smoking like chimney stacks.
Is that the same guy? Is that the same guy who got you the mushrooms?
No, it's a different guy.
Okay.
That's a different guy. But that was also a fun ride while it lasted.
That was the guy whose dad's brother was a member at Augusta.
Don't say Augusta, by the way.
No, do not mention.
Do not.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't you fucking say Augusta.
It's like saying Beetlejuice.
That was good, Joe.
Oh, boy. What a great pod.
Maybe that was the cigar, because I was going to say, Joe did get me a cigar where
it was unbelievable.
I would be able to differentiate a really good cigar from a really bad cigar better than I would a really good bottle of wine to where a bad bottle of wine.
Really? See, I
think in the sense that it's just so much smoother and less wear and tear on you. Like a bad cigar, it just stays with you forever. It stinks. It's a lot of wear and tear. When he gave me maybe it was that cigar that he gave me. It was so good that it was like smoking. It was just different. It wasn't a lot on you, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You know. All right. Let's keep the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on over to now our top 5. Really, really good top 5 coming out of Mikey B. Boy, did I bang myself on the last one with fruit. A lot of people were upset that we did fruit. Maybe that was a half-assed job on us fruit. I think this top 5.
Give me a break. Fruit is great.
I thought the fruit one was fine.
Yeah,
some guy wrote, Cutsy looks like he hasn't had a fruit in his life.
Did somebody write that? Somebody put that?
They said Cutsy looks like he's never had a fruit in his life. Why is this guy rating fruit?
That's terrible, man. People are.
By the way, I don't think I clap back at him.
Cruel.
Yeah.
All right, Mikey B,
they're listening to the Brilliant Dumb Show.
Tell the folks what you're going to be doing, and then let us know where you want to select, and then Joe gets to pick after that. I was last for sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Mikey.
This week we're going to do build your roster, the greatest college football team or players of all time, but it's a build your roster style. So you have to give a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver. You have to give one of each. A defense, you just say that the team in the year, so we know what defense you're talking about, and a flex. The flex player can be a running back, a wide receiver, or a tight end, your choice. You could pick. So you could double up on a wide receiver, you could double up on a running back, or you could go tight end. It's up to you. So quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defense, flex, build your all-time college fantasy squad.
It's great. I think it's a great top 5. And with that, Mikey, where would you like to select?
I'm going to go third. I'm going to go third this week.
I think it's a good play. And Joey D, where would you like to select?
I mean, I guess I got to go first.
Okay. All right.
I got to go first.
Let's get down to business, fellas.
Damn, I wasn't expecting to go first, man.
I think that's a good play, Mikey.
Oh, man. All right. I'm going to go with Tim Tebow first.
See, that's a good pick. I mean, Tebow arguably.
I know he didn't pan out to the NFL, but
see, this has nothing to do with the NFL. Nothing. I don't care. The guy could have never played it down in the NFL.
Correct.
It's all about what he did in college. And Tebow is arguably the best quarterback of all time.
So to be honest, the way I'm thinking of this for me, it's not like you guys could get 2 quarterbacks to where I'm okay with 2 of the quarterbacks that I could get here to where I'd rather lock in the running back. So I'm going to do Reggie. Give me Reggie Bush.
Yep. Good play.
That's a really good one too.
I'm going to take this is going to be the stunner of the whole draft. I'm going to take and this might hurt Bob. I'm going to take the 2001 Hurricanes defense. I'm going to take that defense as my defense.
Pick?
Yes. Yep. Because to me, again, I feel comfortable with the other guys that I have in mind, but that defense to me, you're talking about Sean Taylor, you're talking about Ed Reed. That defense to me was the most star-studded defense and best defense I ever watched play. Held their opponents to under 10 points a game the whole year, 3 shutouts that year. Give me the Canes 2001
defense with your first pick.
I hear you, dog, but that defense was different.
Oh my!
That defense was different. I'm taking them.
Wow.
And then I get the back-to-back. So on the back way, I'll take Randy Moss from Marshall. When Randy Moss was at Marshall, I'll take Randy
Didn't
Moss.
he only play 1 year though, Mikey?
No, he played multiple years.
I thought he only had.
No, he played a couple.
It was
years.
maybe what? Because he got into the NFL really early on, like he was young.
Yeah, I think he played at least 2 years there in Marshall. But go ahead. Bob's turn.
Yeah, give me Calvin Johnson.
That's a good one.
He was great at Georgia Tech, man. He was a fucking monster.
I remember that's when NCAA
he played 96
out.
And 97 at Marshall.
Yeah, I remember that's when NCAA was out, and he used to be so dominant in that game. You could just chuck it up to him. They made him so good. It was a blast. Yep. All right, back over to you, Joey D.
I'll go 2 for Joe here. 2.
Yep.
I'll go Ricky Williams.
Good running back. And a great pro also.
Yeah. And then I'll take a defense. I'll take the 2011 Alabama Crimson Tide.
Okay.
It's a good defense.
Clinton Dix, CJ Mosley. I mean, they were unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a good day. Very good defense. Back to Bob. Does Bob take his quarterback here?
Give me.
You got Bush and Megatron, Bob. You need a defensive flex and a quarterback.
Give me Bo Jackson.
It's a great pick. That's your flex?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, Mikey, me and you are both waiting quarterback. I think we both know.
I'm gonna take Mike Vick. Give me Mike Vick at quarterback, and give me I'm going to take Herschel Walker as my flex. I'm going to take Herschel Walker as you could put him. Well, I don't know yet, so I might put him in the flex. So I'll take Herschel. No, I'll put him in my running back. Herschel Walker, my running back.
It's you again now, Mikey?
No, I took Michael Vick and Herschel Walker.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm between Joe Burrow and Cam Newton. I'm going to go with Cam Newton.
That's the right play.
I think so.
That's the right play. Bob's team is really good.
I really like this.
It's a great team. It's a great team.
You, Michael.
Be hard pressed to beat this team.
Wide receiver, I'll take Larry Fitzgerald.
Great pick. Larry Legend, Pittsburgh.
And
you got a flex, Joe, so you go running back, wide receiver, or tight end.
I'll take another pit player. I'll take Tony Dorsett.
Okay.
By the way, Joey D, I didn't know you weren't a college football guy. I didn't know that.
I didn't really start really watching college football like the way that I do now until like maybe 3-4 years ago. I was just strictly.
But now you're bought in.
Yeah. I mean, it's just more stuff more stuff to wager on.
That's correct. It's back to me, right? I have to go in the defense. Give me the 1971 Nebraska Cornhuskers. It was either between that.
You like that defense? They were one of your favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you name one guy on that defense?
No, certainly not. Certainly not. But that's the best D available.
That's the game.
And we head over to Mikey V.
Yep. I got a flex spot open, and I'm really kicking it around. I'm going to take a running back for the flex as well.
It's a great top 5. Really is fun.
Yeah, I'm
going to take, and everyone's going to say how great he was with Detroit, and he was, but at Oklahoma State, he was also one of the greatest college running backs of all time. Give me Barry Sanders. I'll take Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders was taken, no?
No.
Bob
took Bo Jackson.
Oh, who's your running back, Bob?
Oh, dude.
Reggie Bush and Bo Jackson.
Oh,
yeah, it's pretty good duo.
I like that a lot. Man.
Herschel Walker and Barry in my backfield, but yeah, Reggie's gonna play well with the audience.
I'm happy. It's interesting. Like it was interesting with the quarterbacks. We were both kind of waiting quarterbacks. Yeah. I forgot the Mike Vick play. I kept thinking it was between Joe Burrow, Cam Newton, but Vick makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it, Mikey.
Joe has got Tim Tebow, Ricky Williams, Larry Fitzgerald, the 2011 Crimson Tide D, and Tony Dorsett at flex. Bob's got Cam Newton, Reggie Bush, Megatron, Bo Jackson, and the 1971 Nebraska defense. I think that team is probably the best team. I got Mike Vick, Herschel Walker, Randy Moss, 2000-2001 Canes defense, and Barry Sanders. I think Bob's going to win. I like my team a lot, but I do think Bob's going to win.
I knew I had no chance on this thing. I honestly,
the team's not bad. Sanders. I think the Tony Dorsett pick.
I actually was going to take Barry Sanders. I thought he was taken. I fucked up.
All right. Hey, went hand up. You went hand up. Clap it up, fellas. Clap it up. Really, really, really nice. Stay tuned. Can't promise the Twitch thing. I think it's going to happen. I think we're all in on the Twitch thing. If you're listening Tuesday, release day, we're going to do it tonight. So stay tuned to the social media for that while we roll with it. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Please smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. As always, that has been another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We'll see you next time.